Hey everyone, I'm Megan and I'm here to give you a quick little recap of the vegan things at Expo East. I've sorted them into different little categories and I want to go through them one by one. I'm not going to be able to touch on every single product, but I hope to be doing that on my Instagram. I've touched on a few of them on my website, and a few of them I love so much I'll probably be doing a feature on my website as well. So, to get started, I want to just jump right here into some of the personal products that I picked up. Two of my goals of the expo had been to find a deodorant and a sunscreen that I liked, because both of those are products that I can't really find a natural vegan friendly equivalent to what I was using before, which was harmful and not great for the environment. So I've been searching and searching and searching, and I found a few different options at Expo, and I'm happy to show a few of them to you. First, we have Blackout Sunscreen. It's a continuous spray. I really prefer the spray. It just makes life so much easier. I know that it has a lot of drawbacks to it, but if I can find an eco-friendly version that I like, I'm going to choose the spray over a lotion. Now, I haven't tried this sunscreen yet. I will have to report back on that, but it shows a lot of promise. The other one that I received, which I'm actually really excited about and I've used a little bit already, is Bare Republic. I picked this up at the expo, and this is for your face, but I used it for my arms actually. Having tattoos, it's really important for me to cover up and protect my skin when I am out in the sun. So I'm always looking for something that I can keep in my purse. Fortunately, this brand also has a roll-on, so if I keep it in my bag, it's not going to squeeze out, it's not going to leak. It'll stay kind of in stick format, and then I can just rub it on wherever, so it's great to go. This makes my skin feel amazing, and I'm so far very, very happy with it. I'm excited to try a lot of their different products as well. In terms of other personal stuff that I have in here, there are some makeup things. One brand is new to me, but it might not be new to you, is Anika. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But I got this sample pack here. Very excited to try. It comes with a couple of different versions of their foundations, liquid, pure primer, and then a pressed powder foundation. I'm excited to try them. The folks at the booth were super friendly, and you know what, if you're interested in learning more about them, I'll share on social media, of course, and then you can find them online yourself. Other personal care products as well. There's some toothpaste that I had gotten from Magic Mud. This brand was really cool. They were at the Harvest Festival. It's a charcoal toothpaste, and I have been using it the past couple days, and it's made my teeth really shiny and smooth and clean feeling. I'm loving it, but then I also have another type of toothpaste in here that I want to give a shot. It's, oopsies, I just threw it on the ground. It's Oscanica, so it's an Australian brand. And I'm a huge packaging nerd, and I love this packaging so much. So let's get that a little bit farther so you can see it. I love the packaging so much, so I'm excited to give this a try. It's just bright mint toothpaste, a lot of like 4 different types of mint in there. So I'll be sure to report back on how much I like that. So moving on to my other goal of Expo, which was finding a deodorant that I really liked. And again, same thing with sunscreen. I just really haven't been able to find a deodorant that is effective and natural and healthy and also vegan friendly. So Schmidt's was there. This is a familiar brand to many of you, I'm sure. They had their jarred deodorants, and also they have new roll-ons that they were featuring. I am so glad that I picked this up on the first day, because later that evening there was a celebration afterwards, and I'd gone out and was realizing that I smelled a little bit after a long day of walking around. So I actually opened this jar and gave it a try, and it worked really well. It has a beautiful smell to it, really, really great smell to it. It's calming, so it kind of de-stressed me at the same time as the end of a really rough day. So that's great. I got another deodorant brand from Honestly Fresh, so the PH there. This is a probiotic deodorant, probiotic deodorant. So it's restoring some of the bacteria that we tend to wash off our bodies, but actually is helpful to us. There are a number of other really great personal care items in this basket. I got a compostable toothbrush, biodegradable, and if you take out the bristles, you can throw it right in your compost. What else do I have in here? Thayer's, some familiar brands. Aromatherapy room spray, which is going to be great. A lot of stuff in here. Oh, and speaking of my tattoos, there's a new brand of tattoo care products that I found out about. So when I start writing my vegan tattoo post, I'll be sure to include this product in there as well as a review of it. A lot of really great stuff in here. I think there was one more brand I wanted to show you before I moved on. Yes, so Little Moon Essentials. There are some bath salts in here from them, which I'm told smell like Christmas. And I also have two different sprays. One is kind of an evening help you sleep spray, and this one, if you can see the name there, Tired Old Ass. So this is kind of like your morning spray. So you use this when you wake up, and then there's another spray for when you go to sleep. A little bit of aromatherapy and using some scents there to help you throughout your day. So those were some of the items that I picked up in the personal care department. I'm going to move through to some of the food. I'm going to start here with overnight oats that I have. I'm a huge packaging nerd, as I think I've already said. I love this. It's in a glass jar, so it reduces your waste. Overnight oats from Maker. They tasted great, and they're not as sexy. Like, overnight oats isn't as sexy as some of the other products out there that were available at the expo. But nevertheless, I was really drawn to this, and I'm happy to find a product like this. I'm not sure where they're available for consumers right now, but definitely you can check online, and I'm sure you can find that out. No Evil Jerky. I definitely went to their booth a few times at Expo, but they are debuting this new product. You might be familiar with their current packaging. Let me change the light up here for you. You might be familiar with their current packaging, which is kind of like butcher paper. They are changing that up. It's not going to look the same anymore. It's going to be they have boxes now. And in addition to their new branding, they also have new products. But I haven't tried this because it wasn't available to sample at the booth. They just had it as a package. Everything else of theirs, though, I absolutely love. So I can't wait to try that. One of my favorite finds of the show was the Loma Linda brand. They have some really great tuna, like a packaged tuna, shelf stable. I haven't been able to find a vegan tuna that I really liked, and this one actually might get me there. They have a number of different flavors. The packaging is going through a rebranding, and I'm liking it. The really simple, clean blue design. It's an older company, but it's kind of going through a rebranding and partnering initiative right now, so we might be seeing a little bit more of this. Another brand which I can't show you because they didn't have any samples to give away. Brand new, they're not even on shelves yet. Good Catch Foods. So they do seafoods, they have fish, they also have a tuna, which I thought was phenomenal. They have crab cakes, really great seafood stuff, which for the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, I know those are great seafood things. Seafoods are just really hard for the people in those areas because it's such a part of our culture. So definitely look for that product. I just couldn't bring anything back to show you. Another brand which I really am in love with now, Vanilla Foods. I know that, again, this probably isn't something that seems as sexy as some of the other stuff, but believe me when I say that the food tastes amazing. This was my favorite flavor, and apparently it's the least favorite of most of the people at the expo, is what I heard. But it's chimichurri coconut butternut squash, and again, it doesn't look that sexy, but the flavor is amazing, and I'm so glad to have a simple meal option like this. Moving on to the next section, I'm going to look at some of the stuff that I see being used for like my morning routine. So in this little basket here, I have a lot of granolas. I have some peanut butters, some protein powder actually. I found Barney's peanut butter. I think some of this brand's peanut butters might have honey in it, so double check that. Nativa, of course. I found this new brand, Home Plate. It's a Texas company. They have their creamy peanut butter. Others of theirs also have honey, so be careful. I found Home Plate through the Texas bingo that was being held at the expo, which also introduced me to Wild Way. And they have a grain-free granola, and I did not get a chance to sample these at the expo, but I have 4 flavors here. What was that I just showed you? Apple cinnamon. There's a banana banana nut. We have a coffee, what is it? Vanilla bean espresso, and then also the coconut cashew. I was all about anything coconut flavored at the expo. Like seriously, if it was coconut, it was like going into my belly. Speaking of coconut, I got these two samples here of coconut chips. We have, I think there's a salted and a sweetened flavor. I didn't get to sample these. These were something that was just handed to me as I was walking by. So I'll have to let you know how those are. Michelle's Granola, of course, as a Baltimore person myself, this is familiar to me. It's a Baltimore brand. Award-winning granola. So if you haven't had it, definitely check them out. I know that I love them, but I still wanted to go and say hello to my friends over there and pick some up. Lastly in here, I'll go over two more items. I stopped over at Navitas Organics and I picked up goji berries and cacao powder. So again, a lot of the stuff in this little bin are going to be great additions for smoothie bowls and breakfast items. Okay, moving on to some more snack-oriented things. Nourish snacks, I picked them up. I haven't tried them before. There's a crunchy and a chewy option. I'm excited about those. Again, packaging nerd here, so I was super pleased with the designs of the Nuts About You. They come in a couple different flavors. I didn't get to try them at the expo itself, but I picked up 3 different flavors that I will gladly be eating soon. 3 different flavors also from You Gotta Be Nuts. This is a hot product new for the expo. A lot of different flavors that were available at their booth. I tasted a bunch of them. I got a lot here. Caramel, for example. It's a vegan company, so the caramel is good. Lastly, in terms of nuts, the Organic Living Foods, that's what it is, Organic Living Superfoods. You've got to try these if you have not yet. Go out and try them right now. Sprouted nuts with different flavors that are just perfect. I tried some ranch flavored cashews at the expo the other day, which were just absolutely delicious. So get out there, try those. Have some granola bars here. For example, I want to say a huge thank you to Vega Foods, which, where did I literally just had there. Oh, here it is. Okay. Huge thank you to Vega Foods for all of their samples. I know a lot of expo goers went out on Friday night and had drank a little bit too much. So Saturday morning came around and folks beelined it right to Vega where they were making a breakfast smoothie that really just helped people get back into the swing of things for the last day of the expo. Also have some samples from Square Organics. I've loved everything I've tried from them so far. I'm very excited to try some new flavors. And just a couple other granola items here, or protein bar items here that I will probably be posting about as I eat them. So, being Miss Sweet Tooth, I'm surprised that I didn't pick up more than I did. This is really all that I took home with me, but I got some of this Loving Earth chocolate, which is brand new to the United States. It's an Australian brand. They had a couple of different flavors that were great. I was told to head over to the Bobo's booth, and I'm glad that I did that on the last day, because I got all of these samples here. They're a really dense kind of oat bar. Oops, upside down. Oat bar, and a lot of really great flavors. They're kind of like loaves of bread, so in my mind, great for breakfast. And then I also want to highlight Unreal. Perhaps you've seen their branding and packaging around. They are kind of a replacement for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups or M&M's. And as long as we can get people what they're familiar with in a vegan format, I think that we have a great chance of influencing people to actually go vegan. Okay, and last but definitely not least, I got a whole bag full of snacks here. I am now like BFFs with Vegan Robs. We had just a great blast chatting for like a really short amount of time. We bonded, and of course they gave me like a sample of every single thing that they have. If you're intimidated by the names because they're vegetables, don't be. Put all of your fear aside because I promise you they taste amazing. And then to wrap this up, because my phone, again, is not working, Popcorners, I've had their other flavors before, but not their kettle. I'm so excited about them. You wouldn't think they're a very sexy product, but the flavor and the crunch is perfect. And Vienna Foods. So, I know I wasn't able to go over everything. Give a look to my Instagram and to my website to see some more about my experience at the expo. I have a lot to share, a lot of photos. So, with that, thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to talking with y'all more. All right, cheers, friends.